Hey there everyone, welcome to Infinite Realms. Another rainy day, another day of, let's take a look at some collection stuff. So, today I'm cleaning off my second Star Wars shelf. Now, let me pull the veil back here a little bit. Alright. There you go, now you know what's behind the set. Okay. So, let me take this and move up. This is, whoa, okay. Alright, this is sort of random here. I'm going to work on this shelf next. This is my Star Wars shelf, though. And as you can see, it's a mix of, vintage, legacy, and then Black Series. So what I'm going to do is I'm taking the vintage stuff off, and I'm going to put the Black Series further back and then figure out what I'm doing in the front with this shelf. So yeah, and this is the Iron Man shelf that we went through the last series, and as you can see, Iron Man is a lot better now, a lot more straight and everything. So yeah, I'm hoping that's the effect we have with the Star Wars here. So let me put everything back to normal. So I really thought about it, and there's no way I can bring the Star Wars stuff down without removing the backdrop. So I hope that's not too distracting for everybody. I know you see a bunch of Marvel Legends there and a few other lines, and it's a little bit of Black Series, and then some books down here. That's mostly my D&D books. Which the plan is I'm going to have some other bookshelves. These D&D books are going to move to a more dedicated bookshelf, and then this shelving is going to be gone, and it's going to be actual shelves. But that's a little while off, so until then I have to play around with what I got. Okay, so let's get started with, and I'm just grabbing stuff down at random, man. Here is BB-8 and the Imperial version of BB-8, and I'm going to adjust the camera just a little bit so you might see a cut. Okay, so I forget the name of the Imperial version of BB-8, but here he is in all his glory. A little dusty, need to dust him off, but yeah. I just thought that was a cool figure, and BB-8, despite my dislike of the sequel trilogy, I don't hate the characters necessarily. I hate what was done with the characters. I think there's a very important distinction there, because I am not a huge fan of what happened in that set of movies, but I am also not a huge fan, but I mean, there's some characters that had a lot of potential, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. So, let's take a look here first at, now those of you who have been watching, oh my, that's terrible. Again, let me cut to adjust. Okay, some of you who have been watching Ahsoka, apparently there's been a lot of people too. This actually has some ratings, I hear. It probably just got introduced to the Night Sisters. This is, quote unquote, not Mother Townsend. It is a Night Sister, but that's Mother Townsend. I mean, there's no denying it. And I thought this was a cool figure, and I actually got her all by herself, and I thought she was really cool. So she came in a box set with Boba and Savage. Darth Maul and Savage. But I managed to find this one on its own and at a reasonable price. I do not have, I believe she came with a lightsaber. I do not have it, which is okay because she didn't have a lightsaber in the show anyway, so it didn't matter. Alright. So, again, and here you go. Fans of the Clone Wars will recognize this guy. It's Goldie. Wow, okay, wait a minute. My camera was at a weird angle there. Sorry about that. And then the back, the books are tilting, so that's not helping much. Anyway, well, anywho, this is Goldie from Clone Wars, Astromech. When R2 is believed gone, they replace him with Goldie, and Goldie is well, he comes across as defective, but in reality, he's an Imperial spy, and or not an Imperial spy, a Separatist spy, and R2 uncovers it and pretty much takes him down. But I thought, yeah, that was an interesting enough episode. I had to own the R2 unit there. I'm kind of grabbing at random here, and we all know who this guy is, of course. That is Kylo Ren. Again, I bought this one during Force Awakens, before this trilogy became completely offensive. And again, I don't hate the design of the figure. I don't hate the figure. It's what happens later I hate. So, yeah, I mean, it's a little hard to, I already bought it, and I do like it. I mean, overall, it's a little bit of, one of the things I said about Kylo is, he's pretty plain. Look at the chest there. He's just kind of, yeah. I mean, he's just basic black. Which should have told us something. I mean, there's no attempt at design. This is just black on black. And that's it. I mean, he's just wearing black. And, there's nothing going on. And that probably should have warned us about what was happening here. I mean, oh, he's a bad guy, he's wearing black. And along with him, this shelf had more figures on it until I decided to put the Black Series on there. And then, yeah, things got out of hand. Then, of course, there's Finn. We all know Finn, right? The guy who started out with promise and then didn't do jack shit the rest of the movie, so not necessarily his fault, but again, I hate what they did with those characters. Man, it's just terrible. And let me wrap this one up with Pterodactyl. This is from my childhood, actually. Yeah, and it's supposed to be a pterodactyl. It's colored, even though the paint's faded, you can see it's colored kind of like a chicken. I always thought it was funny. Yeah, I've had this since I was a little kid. It's in the same box set that, if you know anything about Dungeons and Dragons, the Bullet Landshark came out of a set like that, and it was basically the basis for the D&D monster. And it's like, wow, okay. Okay, so just because I spotted her, I will wrap it up with this. Here is the original Rey Skywalker from Force Awakens. Again, I don't hate this character. I hate what she became. I hate what was done with her. That's an important distinction when you're talking about this. Why the hell you own anything from the sequels? It's like, yeah, I bought them, and even still, I bought the second edition of Rey because I thought, well, actually, I think the end of The Last Jedi is her best look. But I don't think they ever made a figure for that. They made it for her beginning of the movie, but not at the end. So, yeah, oh well. Anyway, thank you, Hasbro, for not doing Vintage Collection justice. Okay, I think I will wrap this edition up. I will continue this. Again, I'll try to do this a similar way that I did the Iron Man one. Just do it do a few at a time, and then come back next week and we'll do a few more. Alright. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in a week. Hey everyone. It occurred to me when I was zipping through the shelves, I didn't point out this little thing back here. My mom found this at a yard sale for $5. It is a portfolio by Ralph McGuire. It's only missing one print. And it's all the concept art prints from Empire Strikes Back. I'm sure it's worth more than that. I have a plan to... The outer box looks pretty rough. As you can see, there's a lot of dents in it here. But the pictures themselves are pretty good. What I'm going to do is I plan to one day get those framed. It's an odd shape and size frame to do that. So I'm going to have those custom done. And then I'm going to hang them on the walls in my house. But for now, it sits here as the backdrop to this. This is going to be all OT when I'm done. All original trilogy characters only. And, well, we'll see how it goes once we're done, okay? Anyway, thanks for watching.